U.S. forces have now hit another 2 Iranian oil tankers that tried to breach the U.S. naval blockade in the Strait of Hormuz. The Central Command emphasizing that the naval blockade remains in full effect, actually just revealing new numbers, saying that they have now redirected 57 commercial vessels and disabled 4 to prevent the ships from entering or leaving Iranian ports. And that is to squeeze the Iranian regime economically, as the Central Command says that they're preventing oil worth tens of billions of dollars from reaching Iranian ports. Of course, the ultimate goal is to make sure that Iran comes to the negotiation table and make a serious response. Back to you.
So, Iris, in addition to disabling more Iranian oil tankers, the U.S. also hit Iranian facilities for launching what it calls unprovoked attacks against U.S. warships. Can you tell us more on this?
Sure. So the U.S. and Iran actually traded fire for a second time this week. And that as the Central Command saying that Iran used missiles, drones, as well as attack boats to attack 3 U.S. destroyers transiting the Strait of Hormuz. For self-defense, Central Command says that the U.S. struck not only the Iranian attack boats in the strait, but also targets inside Iran responsible for the attack, including drone and missile launch sites as well as command centers. President Trump, meanwhile, making clear that a ceasefire is still in place, calling the U.S. response just a love tap. And also Secretary of State Marco Rubio saying that it's entirely separate from Operation Epic Fury, which was meant to destroy Iran's military capabilities. He says the latest response is for self-defense. Watch.
If you fire at a U.S. Navy ship, what are we supposed to do? Say, oh, there's a ceasefire, we're not going to shoot down your drone. That's a stupid question. That's a stupid position to take. Of course we fired back at them. They were shooting at us. That's what I would expect to do. Only stupid countries don't shoot back when you're shot at, and we're not a stupid country.
In other news, President Trump yesterday announcing that he will be raising the detention of Chinese pastor Ezra Jinmingru with Chinese Communist Party leader Xi Jinping during his visit to China. Meanwhile, it comes as it's reported that President Trump's administration is monitoring Chinese persecution of Christian and religious minority groups inside China. And that's after Secretary of the State Marco Rubio telling NTD at the White House that President Trump will bring up human rights issues during his visit. Don.
And Iris, before I let you go here, President Trump this afternoon hosted some special moms at the White House.